Hey everyone, Flo from OFTWOLANDS here. For the past 10 years, there has been a question that I've been asked many times over. Why do you use Blackmagic cameras? This video is my answer. And this won't be me telling you to go and get a Blackmagic camera. This is just me explaining why they suit the type of work that I do and the way I shoot. And I wanted to share my overall experience after 10 years of using the same brand. This is also not a love letter to Blackmagic, but I do appreciate what the cameras have been able to do for me, and that in turn made me fall in love with filmmaking even more. And also because this is YouTube and talking about cameras and gear is always fun. Before I start, don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this one, and let's get into it. This video is sponsored by Motion Array. I bought my first Blackmagic camera 10 years ago, the original BMPCC. And that camera helped me become a better filmmaker in so many ways. It helped me improve my cinematography, focusing on composition, movement and intent, but I also learned some of the basics such as shutter angle, codecs or log image. And whilst it had limitations on so many levels, it was my main travel and personal camera as well as a B-cam for the next 5 years until the BMPCC6K was released. The BMPCC6K retained what made the original Pocket such a powerful tool, the beautiful image, the ease of use, but made it so much better in other areas such as resolution and frame rates. At the time I was using other cameras from different brands, but from that point forward Blackmagic became my brand of choice for pretty much all of my work. Not to mention that it was that camera that also happened to kickstart my YouTube journey. Then I went on to buy the Ursa Mini Pro, and when the new generation of BMPCC lineup was released, the 6K and the 6K Pro, they became my only cameras. In the recent years, I also had the chance to use the Ursa 12K, and of course, I also now have the latest BMCC6K Full Frame. Having owned 6 Blackmagic cameras, it is safe to say that I became very familiar with them. Today, these are the 4 that I still own, but the 6K Pro and the new 6K Full Frame are my main ones. I think in order to justify and illustrate my relationship with Blackmagic cameras, it is important to explain what it is that I do for work. As a freelance filmmaker, I am of course involved in a wide variety of shoots and environments. I film short documentaries, usually about crafts, interesting life stories, or in outdoor settings. I also create travel videos around the world. I shoot short commercial and branded content, both directly for clients or for agencies, and also capture content for footage licensing. Most of the time I film by myself, but I also do collaborate with other people on bigger shoots as a director or camera operator. And of course, I also do YouTube. I feel lucky to live in a time where all of this is possible, and it is possible because the industry and area of work I find myself in happens to have evolved drastically over the past decade or so thanks to brands like Blackmagic, allowing us to create and tell stories without having to break the bank or our backs. Okay, so now I want to discuss what I love about these cameras and why they suit me and my type of work whilst not being perfect cameras. But before that, here's a quick word about today's sponsor, Motion Array. Motion Array is an all-in-one platform for creators where you can find pretty much everything you need to create videos. From video templates, presets, motion graphics, royalty-free music, sound effects, and more. As always, I wouldn't tell you guys to use something if I didn't use it myself. I've started using Motion Array a couple of years ago, and since then most of the titles that you have seen in my videos are from Motion Array. I really don't have the skills all the time to create animated titles, graphics or templates, so this has been great and very valuable to me. In addition to titles for my video sections and chapters, I also use callouts or graphs for specs or info on specific items, which work very well for a video like this one, for example. It really gives something extra for the viewer and makes the whole experience more interactive and engaging. Everything is sorted by categories such as templates and presets or by software with Final Cut, After Effects, Premiere Pro or DaVinci. You have access to over 1 million creative assets and it's super easy to use and nicely laid out. You have the choice of a monthly subscription for $29.99 or an annual membership. I've already made a dedicated video about it if you need more info, and feel free to use the link in the description to check out Motion Array. After years and years, I realized that the most important thing for me that these cameras give me is that they make me want to shoot. they don't get in the way. For documentary work, this is extremely valuable. I love the shooting experience. From all the cameras that I've ever used, they are the ones that still inspire me and get me excited each time I use them and look at the monitor. Next is the image. Aside from specs and features, at the core of it, there is a beautiful image and color science. I am a visual person, and whilst the image isn't everything, it sure is important to me and a huge deciding factor in getting and keeping these cameras. There's something special about the look Blackmagic has, from the original Pocket to the latest 6K Full Frame. Then we have the user interface. Using these cameras is so simple and effortless. The menu system is one of the best out there, and changing settings such as frame rates and codecs takes only seconds. This is not only useful for documentaries, but also for any kind of shooting, especially as a solo operator. Next is the price. As a freelance filmmaker, price is of course something to consider, and what you get from Blackmagic cameras for your money is pretty incredible. This means we can own them and not just rent them out too. This is helpful for freelance filmmakers, yes, but also for small production companies or for anyone looking to get into filmmaking. Then the features. Each of the Blackmagic cameras had amazing features and specs at the time of their release, again, especially for the price. And even in 2024, a camera like the 6K Pro still offers amazing value 3 years after, with the ability to film in 6K RAW with internal NDs and a 5-inch built-in screen for just $2,500. And for someone just starting out, the BMPCC4K, a nearly 6-year-old camera, is still available for $12.99 today and gives you incredible value and a great starting point. And lastly, the company. As someone who lived in Sydney for more than 10 years, I love that this company is from Australia and not America or China. This is not a reason to get a camera, of course, but to me it adds another personal layer and connection to this brand. And I feel very privileged to have been able to actually meet part of the team, including the CEO, in person. There is something that I always say on the channel and to people that I chat to: get the camera that works for you and your type of work. I find Blackmagic cameras to be extremely well suited to short form content. And when I mean short form, I mean anything shorter than a feature, but longer than an Instagram reel or TikTok video. Whether it be documentary or commercial or even narrative. Most of the cameras can be used straight out of the box with little to no rigging, but they also can be fully rigged up and ready for bigger productions. For someone like me who shoots a lot of my content outdoors in uncontrolled environments, their size, weight and features make them very useful, flexible and practical. Having used these cameras for so many years also brings another important factor: I know how to get the best out of them. My experience shooting with Blackmagic cameras allows me to tailor and adjust my projects and way of filming to play on their strength and work around their limitations. Every project and client is different, but these cameras always make me want to shoot regardless. And whilst the story for a documentary or the product for a commercial is always a focus and the most important thing, the image is something that I care deeply about. I'm the kind of person that gets motivated and inspired by pleasing images and carefully crafted cinematography, and these cameras allow me to do that. Now, that's not to say that Blackmagic cameras are perfect. I don't think there is or there will ever be a perfect camera. First of all, we all have different needs and projects, but also because the industry and trends are always evolving. There are plenty of things that I would like to change or want to see improved with Blackmagic cameras, especially with the BMPCC lineup that I use the most. For example, a stronger body, different battery and connection options, or internal NDs and ProRes options for all of the cameras. And talking about the whole lineup, I would love to see a body that would sit between the shape of the BMPCCs and the 6K Full Frame and the bigger Ursa models. I've said this before, I feel there is a gap and I would love to see what Blackmagic could fill it with. I really thought last year might have been the one for a product like this, but it wasn't the case. NAB is just around the corner though, so hopefully we'll see something different soon. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. I have stuck with Blackmagic over the years because they suit my type of work and the way I like to shoot. For example, I love to film handheld, and being able to just get the camera pretty much as is and still get amazing image quality and features is extremely valuable to me. Everyone is different and has different needs and projects. Never pick a camera just for that camera or the brand. It needs to fit the project or your line of work. For example, if you need autofocus or IBIS, then it is not the brand for you. I have used Canon cameras for years and I've shot on Sony as well, but as I film more and more over the years, Blackmagic cameras turn out to be the best option for me. Now I'm just waiting to see what the next generation of the cameras might look like. That's it for me for today guys, hope you've enjoyed this little essay about these cameras and this brand. Feel free to share also your experience with Blackmagic cameras in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Also, feel free to check out my 2 ebooks, Freelance Documentary Filmmaking and Travel Cinematography, where you can find a streamlined but comprehensive overview from pre-production all the way to marketing, built on years of my own experience shooting short documentaries and travel videos around the world. And if you are interested, I'm also doing filmmaking mentoring sessions when you can ask me anything about a wide variety of topics.